Okay, Coach. Well, first opened way back in 1972. There's a look at Arrowhead Stadium, part of the Truman Sports Complex here in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the Kansas City Chiefs. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Yellow. Let's go, little lady.
Mike 34. I got him.
Undercrunch, undercrunch, undercrunch.
Switch. Switch.
Hey, 57, 57. 15, 15. Right touch.
Mahomes now on first down. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. He's at the 50. 30. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Sammy Watkins, his sixth touchdown of the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Wow, first play of the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive-type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, you spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Down.
Lock and the Broncos going to come up first and 10, just shy of the 30. Lock now on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Here we go.
A really good pickup of 28 yards. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving.
Ready up.
So now first and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 44-yard line.
Watch the screen. Kill, kill, kill.
Tight dog, tight dog.
Leo.
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Come on, set. 10-2 saw.
Check the outs, check the outs, check the outs.
You're out. Hey, exit. 5.
On second and 11 now. Lock. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Anthony Hitchens in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern. Anything to try and slow down that pass rush.
Block now to throw. He completes this to Sutton. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time.
It got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 32 that time. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Drop deep, drop deep.
Hey, 57.
51's the mic. 51.
Mahomes now to throw. And he rifles one incomplete. He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience. It's early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't haul that one in, but at least they're there at the moment of truth to make a play on it.
By the way, where did the grasshopper thing come from? I know it's been around for a long time.
Yeah, you know, I'll have to tell you that some other time.
All right, back to football. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Williams. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs 1st down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter from Arrowhead. It's the Chiefs in possession. They're on the march, but facing a 3rd down here.
Let's go. That's a lot, 51. I'm coming. Easy.
Yellow.
51's the mark.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Bradley Chubb make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake, because the extra point's not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
We got this.
Here we go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Ready? 60 yards.
44. That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing
Ready.
often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Sponge. No, no, no.
From the 44, Locke. Got a man open, it's Sutton. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down.
Set, ready.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go, D. All day. Defense all day. All day. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Switch, switch.
Ready.
Now it's Lindsey. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Set. 18, Gator.
Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, defense.
On 2nd and 11 now. Locke. And he hits his target, Deshaun Hamilton. Now the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
They begin the drive with Williams. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Shotgun snap to Mahomes, eluding the pressure right, and he'll slide down to avoid the contact.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain.
Line. That's a line.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there, huh?
25, check 25, check 25.
Check. Crunch, crunch, crunch.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Man open, that's Byron Pringle complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. An update from that game going on in the Meadowlands. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. Throwing now is Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the grab. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining.
Boom! I see you, boy. I see you.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
On the ground, this is Williams. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
This is more where I came from.
Hey, 57 color, 57 color.
Now Mahomes. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelce, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. What a great weapon. So often, such a big mismatch.
And there's no route he can't run. You name it, he's going to do it, and he's a matchup nightmare for the defense. No matter who they put on him, he's going to win the battle.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
Ready?
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On first down, Locke. He's going to let this one go deep. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Check.
Lock again here on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Anthony Hitchens, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half.
Down. 30 base.
Hey, pick your game up. Watch tight. Tight end's right.
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts As the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones able to record his 5th sack of the season. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Rabbit.
So we've come upon halftime here in Arrowhead with the Chiefs on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Come on now, let's go. Let's go, let's do this.
Come on,
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
6-6, bullet high.
Pick it up.
Wide, get wide. Rush in.
Check 50.
Riddick with a carry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Dave. Woo! Let's get it.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Locke going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Barreling in for the sack, Shelby Harris. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Check him.
Here we go.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Bradley Chubb in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Come on, fellas.
Ready. 60 orange.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here.
Ready.
On 1st down, it's Lindsey. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. A loss of 2 there, second down. Hate to say it, but that play typifies what we've seen from this offense all game long.
Yeah, don't you think maybe you flip over your play sheet as the offensive coordinator and see the side that says try something different? You know, because this has not worked all game long. They continue to try and get it done. They've got to come up with something a little bit different. Try something special, something they haven't seen.
Anything to score a point. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Deshaun Hamilton, the intended receiver. Third down here.
Set. 50, plant.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son.
Now.
Throwing his lock on third down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Yellow.
Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. Let's calm the crowd. Down to lose.
Gets it to Hardman, a jet sweep. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
6 guy. Check 6 guy.
Hey, 57, 57. Right side.
From the 30 on second down, Mahomes, he's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on? So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Following the penalty, it's Williams. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. William Hayes in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
15.
Mike Delta.
51. Mike 51. 51.
Right side.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro linebacker. It's Von Miller. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
They go for just one here as it's up and good, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack.
And nothing but daylight ahead. 20, 10. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with the lead and the football here as we get set for quarter number 4.
Yellow, yellow. 180. We own them. Attack, attack. Own them.
Slam.
Attack.
They run it again with Williams. Williams loses the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
47 Mike, 47 Mike. Mike, 47.
Oh, you got deep?
Go.
And the blitz does come. He's got his man. That's Hardman. The 20, 10, 5, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman, 76 yards. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Okay, ready?
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. And his throw is incomplete. Jeff Hireman, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd down. Another incompletion. It's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Check. Check safety. Chef.
On 3rd down, here's Lindsey. And he'll be stopped here well short of the 1st down at the 24-yard line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
The Broncos send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is taken at the 18. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10.
Yellow.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now Williams. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
On 2nd down, Williams. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
A running play here on 1st down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
15, yellow.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Derek Wolfe popping in for the sack.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Let's go. 5.
After the turnover, here's Locke. He'll find Lindsey here. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here's Riddick. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
Okay,
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Move. 3 down, 3 down.
Ready, set.
So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score.
Hurry. Leaf River.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. Now a desperation throw deep down into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27, and they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive, and a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now defensively they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he stopped immediately there. The tackle made that time by Bryce Callahan.
Check yellow.
You go tight. You got tight right there.
Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
180.
Check, 47.
Silver.
Check.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Hey, fight on these two. Fight on these two.
So this one in the win column for Kansas City, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing.